Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back into the Meta Madness Qualifier number 5. We're here in the upper bracket semifinals. Now, I have been informed we actually have one less best of 3 today because they're going to be running the upper bracket semifinals at the exact same time. So there's a different semifinal going on right now. I will not be casting that because the assumption is when this is over, we'll go to the grand finals. Maybe the other best of 3 goes longer than this one, and we jump in and catch the last game of that. We'll find out. Either way, we're back into Meta Madness Qualifier number 5. My name is Bahamut. On the left-hand side, we have Saboteurs here in the upper bracket semifinals up against Storm League Enjoyers. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Storm League Enjoyers is an all-Polish team as well. It is an all-Polish team as well. Storm League Enjoyers are the... Oh, yeah, this is the team that I can never say Aryan's name. I always say Aryan because that's how I say it phonetically and no one's corrected me. So we have Meta Madness, qualifier number 5. There are 18, I was going to say 15. There's 18 heroes pre-banned away. Abathur, Anduin, Blaze, Brightwing, Diablo, Garrosh, Genji, Hanzo, Hogger, Johanna, Junkrat, Li Ming, Lucio, Maiev, Sergeant Hammer, Sylvanas, Tracer, and Vala are all banned away. That is a pinned message at the top of the Twitch chat. So if you are like, which heroes are banned away again? I have great news for you all. It is pinned in the top of the Twitch chat in alphabetical order. It's just, I don't know, alphabetical order is just easier to figure out for draft things. As we are here in Meta Madness Qualifier number 5, heroes that are picked and played are unavailable. As I mentioned, there's those 18 banned away heroes. Heroes that are banned at the top of the screen do not add to that list. So Chromie, Rhaegar, Rexar could be picked up in future maps. Now, if we're talking about maps, you might be sitting at home like, Bahamut, I understand Meta Madness. I already looked at the bracket. But how did we get to Dragonshire? Well, on that note...
Good news, everyone!
I have that information for you. Storm League Enjoyers won the coin flip, opting for map pick priority, and will ban away Towers of Doom and Tomb of the Spider Queen. Battlefield of Eternity and Cursed Hollow were banned away by Saboteurs, and this is the map choice of Storm League Enjoyers. So they have a draft that they want to put on this map, or at least employ on this map. I was going to say implore, but that's not right either. To employ on this map. So Dahaka will be the first pick, as I had mentioned. Saboteurs do get first pick since the coin flips such. The coin flippage and such. But what is the game plan from Storm League Enjoyers? What is it that they want to grab for this map? What's the play style? They're going to get a Muradin early on with a Falstad as well. I don't hate this at all. Knows Twitch chat doesn't read titles, expects us to read pinned messages. Oh, I expect nothing of you. I expect nothing of Twitch chat ever. Happy Beaver. Oh, good to see you cheering on some friends. Good to see you cheer. I don't know what it is, but it always warms my heart when people come in cheering for a team. I don't know what it is, but it's nice to see that. Also, as a reminder, we always do this every game because YouTube VODs and stuff like that. If you're watching here on Twitch, be sure to follow the stream. I do stream 6 days a week. I only take Mondays off. The vast majority of our content is Heroes of the Storm. Wednesdays and Fridays are pretty much our variety day. Friday is for suffering. Fridays we do Dark Souls games, so if you enjoy watching someone scream at a monitor and lose, be sure to follow for those days. But also, Tuesdays and Thursdays are always Heroes. Saturdays and Sundays have pretty much just been Heroes content. We also do Baja Rosses. We actually just did a new Baja Ross a couple days ago. We do cooking streams. We have Discord movie nights. We got a great community here, so be sure to follow the channel here on Twitch. If you'd like to join the Discord, you can use Discord, !Discord for that. Over on the YouTube side of things, if you are watching over on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe so we can grow that YouTube page. As we get into Dragonshire with a Dahaka, Karazim, and Nubrak, we do have a ban onto the Uther in the mid phase, as well as the Zeratul from the side of Storm League Enjoyers. Storm League Enjoyers coming out from this ban phase, or the mid ban phase. We'll have 2 picks here. And what do they want to pair into this Muradin Falstad? They're gonna grab a Yrel Stukov, and I like this quite a bit. Yrel for the solo lane up against Dahaka's has got some pretty decent control. The Lurking Arm could be a great way to shut down a Nubrak from following up with, like, he can burrow charge in and then maybe throw the Lurking Arm down. He can't get any more value, and then maybe you get the burst with Muradin Falstad. Last 2 picks for the side of Saboteurs on this map. What are they going to lean into? So it's going to be very similar to the previous map number 1 we saw from Saboteurs. This is a very similar draft, so it's very dive heavy. Very dive heavy. If you've ever been like, what's the dive composition? Look at Saboteurs draft. That's a dive composition. That is very much a dive comp. They go in and they get kills. It's not like they're not using that mobility to get away. Well, I mean, you can, but you know what I mean. Last pick on the right-hand side, gonna be a Kale Thoughts. I like the draft of Storm League Enjoyers. It's a well-rounded draft. They check all the boxes. Stuns in the baseline kits. You've got a Silence from Stukov. The Heroics scaling is pretty good with Flailing Swipes or Massive Shove. Gust is assumed from Falstead. You've got Urel with the Righteous Hammer. I would like the Storm League Enjoyers draft, but Saboteurs, they came in to this Meta Madness Qualifier number 5 for blood. Map number 1 and map number 2 were mean. But either way, let's go ahead and get into the first Dragonshire of the day. All right, we have Saboteurs versus Storm League Enjoyers. That's not how my team uses dive compositions. You might want to discuss that with your team. On the right side of Dragonshire, map number 1 in our third best of 3 of the day here in Meta Madness Qualifier number 5. Upper bracket, we've got Storm League Enjoyers. An Aether Urel, Lovical Stukov, Itrax will play Muradin, Alvarez on the Kael'thas, and the player that I can never get their name right, I assume. We've got Aryan will play a Falstad. To the left-hand side of the map, our dominant team from the previous best of 3. We'll see if they can continue that motif and momentum. We've got a Death Knight and Nubarak. Dino playing a Dragoon. Hazuab's Dahaka, Yasu, Karazim, and Rutso on the Greymane. We'll start the prediction after the first engagement here. Get you an idea of how things are going to be looking. Dahaka Enhanced Agility level 1. We'll see a Nubarak with... Oh, God, what is it? It's Nerubian Armor. Mobile offense for the Dragoon. Iron Fist Karazim. Viciousness on the Greymane. Auto attack build on Falstad with the Frequent Flyer. Dauntless Urel. Muradin getting Dwarf Block stacks with the Dwarf Launch, or the Dwarf Block at level 1. Fetid Touch for Stukov. And we'll see Kael'thas with the Mana Addict level 1. He'll get that Arcane Berry at the 20 mark, but it is an uncapped quest. Looks like there's no first engagement. Let's start up our prediction, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what things are going to be looking like in map number 1 of our third best of 3 of the day. Hazuab's in the top lane.
Red team draws first blood.
First blood.
Hazuab's caught in top lane. Happy Beaver's got to be quite happy about that.
Worthy to wield the Dragon Knight's power? Take control of the ship.
Sorry, your name reminded me of the time I was walking Bandit with my mom. She was visiting. There's a beaver dam not too far from my house. There's actually quite a few beaver dams around here. And there's an area where there's a bunch of water we were walking by, and there was this creature like slapping the water. My mom was like, "That's interesting," and I was like, "We should leave." A beaver will slap its tail in the water to kind of like warn you to get away or go away. And some of you might be like, beavers aren't scary. Yeah. I knew a friend whose dog was bitten by a beaver, and they equated it visually as if their dog got shot by a shotgun. That was how much damage was done from a singular bite of a beaver. They have copper in their teeth, if I'm not mistaken. Don't fuck around with beavers, chat. Well, don't fuck around with dam building beavers. There you go. Sorry, anyways. All right, let's focus on into the game here. We've got top lane siege continuing, and Nubarak and Rutso will start sieging onto the top lane fort front gate. Itrax is looking to jump on in and will be able to do so. Lands the Thunderclap on our Greymane. Unfortunately, he's not going to get picked off right there. Nubarak able to burrow charge away. Death Knight's got the zoomies from his level 4. Beavers are larger than you think. There's 2 ways to comprehend that sentence, and I'm reading it the immature way. No, they're like, beavers are quite big, like the animal. The one thing that eats trees have strong teeth. Well, I mean, like, strong teeth is known, but like they have copper in their teeth. Like, I understand, like, strong teeth for sure, absolutely, but I didn't realize that they actually, like, it's copper. I think it's copper. Nubarak will go down, locked up against the wall. Another kill for Storm League Enjoyers.
That beast is not my
Dino. Okay, well, a little 1v1 here between the bird and the dragoon. Crab versus bird. Crab. Oh, Yasu, why?
slain.
Dino goes down on the left-hand side of the rotation. Yasu in a precarious position. Living bomb applied. Spray. Oh my god, the spray. That was a quality spray right there. Oh man, Alvarez, I like that quite a bit. Baha, please. What? I'm just entertaining Twitch chat. Just talking about beavers. All right, we're gonna have 10 talent here coming through soon. Let's go ahead and cycle through the other numbers, get an idea of what the damage, healing, and experience does look like from both of these two teams. Oh god. See, this is the real reason why you want to be following the Twitch channel. Definitely, you gotta sub. You don't want to miss out on all this quality casting content. Azuab still just tapping, still floating around top lane, tapping bush here and there, just in case. He needs that speed to get away. Yrel clearing out the top lane with some allies right behind the fort front gate. Greymane poking on the wave, keeping... Oh, no inner beast active, actually.
Awaken once more. Who will wield the Dragon Knight's
Little pokes in from Falstad's hammering, just picking up a... no, he went into auto attacks. Never mind. Good burrow charge in. Yasu gets the kill this time. And no trade, as Lavkal will get a stack or two more on the level 1 fetid touch. I don't think it's finished out yet. We haven't talked about food in like 5 minutes, though. I know. My husband! No, I'm getting Taco Bell after stream. If I have time before D&D, I'm getting Taco Bell after stream. I need to go get tea as well. There's a grocery store near Taco Bell, so... 7-sided strike opens up an opportunity for a kill. Yasu can't confirm enough damage with the help of Hazuabs in top, but Rutso will get this second Dragonite of the game. I do believe this is second of the game. Talking about large beavers and tapping bush. What kind of stream is this? Fairly normal stream, honestly. We got a big beam from Dino, by the way. For those of you that like big beams that go burr. Phoenix will be picking that up. He said the name. Gust, Falstad, Ardent Defender, Yrel, Avatar, Murden, Flailing Swipe, Stukov, and the Phoenix from Kael'thas. An actual Phoenix that does something. Isolation, Dahaka. Kael'thas picked up his 20th globe. Gust from Falstad was already using this bottom lane. The Flailing Swipes are not enough. And Falstad will randomly die to a beam. What is your class in D&D and how is it Cho'Gall involved? Honestly, you just gave me the best idea ever. I need to make a Cho'Gall character with someone. No, I just play, it's Paladin and Sorcerer multi-class. I believe I'm 8 and 8 on both of those levels, I think. I'm pretty sure I'm level 8 on both of those classes. I am a Devotion Oath Paladin, I think it is. And Shadow Sorcerer for the sorcery stuff, for those of that are curious. We have a fun group of D&D people. Hammering's thrown in from Falstad. There's the Gust to push away the allies of Hazuabs, who is isolated and does go down. Get it? Hazuabs playing Dahaka was isolated. Was that better, Raz? Paladin, Sorcerer, multiclass, so like variant? But cooler. But cooler, because my, the deity that I don't do, like, it's not like super religion heavy for my character, but I wanted to mess around with religion side of things on D&D because I never do. So I found the deity of the Raven Queen. Because I was like, I want to make a paladin who loves death. And my DM was like, well, I have good news for you. There's this thing called the Raven Queen, so I read into it and I was like, this is right up my alley. Unfortunately, down the alley of this left-hand side of Dragonshire, Saboteurs will lose an Ubrak. I gotta point out, it's 4 to 6 in kills favoring the side of Storm League enjoyers. We have had good siege damage from Saboteurs, but Storm League Enjoyers are scaling pretty good here, and they might be able to take down some structures of their own, or of the enemy team. Dahaka has a level 10 ultimate ability called Isolation. Good one. Thank you. You know, the best part of comedy is when you sit there and explain the joke ad nauseum. When you really explain comedy, that's when it's best enjoyed.
But will it be you?
Dude, the Raven Queen's cool as hell. The Raven Queen is like, if you want some cool D&D, like, lore to look into the Raven Queen. It's really fascinating. Planet Cracker across the map from Dino. Gravity Lab's not connecting into Hazuabs. Gus from Falstad pushes a few away. Hazuabs is the target of some damage, but he's able to tap well. We know it's well and not Essence, one, because the noise that he didn't make, and then two, because he gets mana over time. You don't get mana from Essence, so that is the reason we know that he's pre-tapped well, and they're going to look for the fight once again. Avatar activated by the Muradin. We do have Fetid Touch already completed by the Stukov. Phoenix out from the Kael'thas, getting some damage onto the Dragoon. But it's 4 to 6 in kills. Top lane camp and wave is massive on this keep front gate. As Yrel gets the channel on top, Greymane gets the channel on the Moonshrine on the bottom, and Yrel goes to clear out her top lane. Oh, speaking of, I have a bunch of emotes that I need to update. I'll do that today as well during D&D. Strob's the artist who's done the vast majority of our emotes here. I was chatting about the emotes during stream one day, and I was like, yeah, the color palette's like different because like her art's changed over time. She's like, oh, I'll just update all the color palettes for you for free. So I just got that in a Discord DM a couple days ago, and I just need to get around to doing it. Imagine if you can get mana from Essence. I'm willing to bet there's an iteration of when they were making Dahaka that there was that as an option. I'm willing to bet Kyle, Dates, and Lana were like, what if Dahaka got Essence as well? And then they tested it and they were like, this is too much. Or not Essence as well, but he also got mana as well, excuse me. Yasu with the channel, third Dragonite. The long pitch doesn't get the delay. Muradin dragged out of position. Dragonite just getting some auto attack damage in. There's the kick onto Falstad to throw that bird away. Kick that bird away. Mid lane fort should go down. Saboteurs with some decent momentum here in map number 1. Another kick. That's onto Stukov this time. Falstad continuing those autos out. We do have the Ignite level 16 for Kael'thas. Flame Strike's applying that living bomb. Also did go into the Pyromaniac level 13, but hold the phone. Yasu is gonna get bopped. Or I guess actually it's more of he's gonna get blown up. Planet Cracker onto Yrel. She's hugging the wall because it's such a good heroic. It doesn't actually get the... God dang, that's gotta be tilting for Dino. What isn't tilting, though, is getting a drag kill into Stukov. Muradin will be able to get the kill into a Nubrek. Greymane lunges in. The Righteous Hammer. Oh, my God, Greymane, no! No, Hazuabs, he's going to pop his Essence right there. He speeds on out, and, man, I can't believe the series of events that we just saw. I did not think that Storm League Enjoyers would be popping off with that quadra kill, only losing their Stukov, and they will take down the bottom lane fort in their favor. Uh-oh, Falstad flies into top lane. Hazuabs is discovered. Hammering does go out. Hazuabs lands the drag. Yrel coming around the corner with the Divine Steed. Righteous Hammer. Does have Templar's Verdict level 16. So with the armor reduction from that fully charged Righteous Hammer. Oh, does it? Deals bonus damage to 7% of their maximum. Oh, it doesn't need to be fully charged? I guess not. Actually insane. That was actually insane. I honestly, I thought Yrel was dead against the wall from the Planet Cracker, but man, Aether's got to be just what must have been just clenched in that moment. Just please, please, please. All right, Hazuab's 8 out of 10 stacks on his enhanced agility. He's currently moving at 136% movement speed when he taps the bush for 5 seconds. Nice check into the bush right there with a flame strike. The enemy team is not really showing on map much. We actually, here's the vision. Hazuab's is the only one showing on map for a moment. So the assumption is, well, there's no camp over here or over here. They're probably down in the bottom lane, but no. It's a lot of anchoring right now from Saboteurs. They were anchoring closer to Dahaka, but well, oh, nice aggression from iTrax right there. Dwarf launch level 16 allows that Murden to get further across, further launching? I don't know. I can't think of the word right now. My brain just went ka-chunk. Oh, the Stormbolt not connecting onto Dino there. What's up, pal? Yasu gets the dash over to Hazuabs, but drops below 50%. A Nubarak with a little impale onto iTrax. Is the map score accurate? What? What? Exclamation bracket. Top lane keep has gone down. Objective phase is up and available. A little bit of a wave over there, but I don't think they're too concerned about that on the side of Storm League Enjoyers. Nubarak slowed by the weighted pustule. 43 stacks for our Kael'thas. 9 stacks for Dahaka. Falstad flies to top lane. Dahaka's going to be brush talking up here as well. Does have the contagion level 20. 20's already here for the members of Saboteurs. Storm League Enjoyers will have to use flailing swipes and no kill into Muradin. Phoenix was summoned by the Kael'thas as well. 20 talents here on the right-hand side. Seraphim, Flamethrower, Controlled Chaos, Muradin with the Rewind. Falstad, I assume, is Wind Tunnel, and he is absolutely. Hazuab's going for the channel, and we'll get another Dragonite to the allies. Flame Strike going out. Kick onto the Muradin. He's going to be fine to just jump back into the team. Hold up. That's a lot of good damage into Urel. She's going to be saved by the Wind Tunnel. iTrax comes in. That's a very isolated Anubarak, and the bug is squashed. Falstad continues to work on the Dragonite, which is going to belch some flames onto the fort and bottom lane. A kick into Urel pushes her back. Hazuab still just backing away on this Dragonite. Dino mounting up. Yasu as well. Now, Planet Cracker creates a window. There's the increasing beam level 20. The Armageddon beam, I think it is? Oh my god, it's like I cast this game professionally. What's up, Warning Yo? Good to see you today, bud. Thanks for swinging through the stream. Hope you're having a great Saturday. Appreciate you coming by. Bottom lane keep is going to fall here. Oh, we base trading? Hold on, what's the vision? Okay, so they see this. They see this. It's a race. It's a base race. Greymane, Karazim, and Dahaka versus the entire enemy team. Wind Tunnel from Falstad pushes Dino away. The cores are being raced down between the two sides. It's a base race. Kael'thas split inside the cocoon, and the core will fall on the right-hand side. Big plays from Anubarak to shut down the damage. Falstad going down as well. GG, well played. Saboteurs will take that map number 1. Nice kill from Dino on the Falstad. I'm watching back the VOD right now, and the cocoon from Anubarak onto Kael'thas was so good. Saboteurs eke out a victory in map number 1, but it was not easy. It was not easy for Saboteurs on this map number 1. It was so close. It was so close. Easy gambit. Well, unfortunately, nobody's been gambling after that. After the first 2 gambles with like 69,000 points, everyone's just like, I don't feel like gambling anymore. Saboteurs eke out a victory. Small payout to the Saboteur believers. 1 to 1.3 payout. are going to go back into our game. Thank you again for all of the follows. Welcome in. We are on Garden of Terror, map number 2 in our third best of 3 of the day. And we will be seeing on the left-hand side Saboteurs versus Storm League Enjoyers. And as I mentioned, this is map number 2. Now, if you're wondering, like, whoa, I got raided into this. I don't know how or what's going on. I got you covered at home, everybody. Coin flip was initially won by the members of Storm League Enjoyers. They opted in for map pick priority for map number 1. Battlefield and Cursed Hollow banned up by Saboteurs. We have Towers of Doom and Tomb of the Spider Queen banned out by Storm League Enjoyers. First map was Dragonshire, chosen by Storm League Enjoyers, and that was a very, very, very close map number 1. I honestly, if you missed it, be sure to check the VOD later on, or you can check YouTube later as well. That'll be like in a week or so, but either way, map number 1 was absolutely a blast. We had a nice little base race. We're going to get going into map number 2 here. Storm League Enjoyers opted in for first pick priority as the losing team, so Saboteurs are going to be the ones choosing this map. Unfortunately, we will not get to see any sort of Hazuab's Lost Vikings. They will be banned away. Chromie banned away as well. For anyone that might have missed this, we have a pinned message at the top of the screen. Heroes that, the perma-banned heroes, or the pre-banned heroes for this entire tournament, as well as qualifier number 5, will be Abathur, Anduin, Blaze, Brightwing, Diablo, Garrosh, Genji, Hanzo, Hogger, Joanna, Junkrat, Li Ming, Lucio, Maev, Sergeant Hammer, Sylvanas, Tracer, and Valo. That is pinned at the top of Twitch chat if you want to check it later on. We did just have a map number 1. Falstad, Dahaka, all those heroes that were played are unavailable since this is Meta Madness. So we're going to get going into Garden of Terror map number 2. As I had mentioned, Hazuab will not get his Vikings. We will see a Whitemane, Medivh, and Chromie banned away. But we get a quick ETC grab to the side of Storm League Enjoyers. Blah. All right, I think I got you all caught up as to what's going on this stream. Thanks again to Caldor for the raid. Thank you all for the insane amount of follows. Holy crap. That was like 20, 30 follows in the last minute or so.
Because he paid me a freaking fortune.
Igor!
You got paid?
Igor, thank you for the... Igor 420, excuse me. Thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Thank you for the brand new tier 1 sub. Welcome to the Bahamut. Enjoy your emotes and all that good stuff. ETC, Zeratul, and Uther to be grabbed on the right-hand side. So it's going to be nice lockdown burst potential from the side of Storm League Enjoyers. You're so glad Hanzo and Junkrat are out. It is nice to see games without the popular heroes. It's just really fun. Also, I am loving how much Tyrande we've been getting in some of the qualifiers. This is the first Tyrande I've seen today, but last weekend we had so many Tyrande games, so I'm really happy to see it. Also, a lot of Imperius has been popping up, a lot of Flare Rexar, which Rexar was banned away in map number 1 of this series, so Hazuabs could go into a Rexar for Garden of Terror if he did want to lean into that bear combo. But as I mentioned, Tyrande Stitches, so they're going to be looking for some sort of mage to burst after the hook grab. Jaina, I believe, is still up and available. I would not hate a Jaina ban here whatsoever. I think a Jaina ban would be really strong, but it is Lee Yorick instead. They're going to they don't want to deal with the Entomb to block people in place. Hey, we're getting an Artanis. Okay, there's a Diva as well. So it is going to be some sort of hyper carry mage, I would assume. And I would like to see a Jaina, and I'm 99% sure she has not been played yet in this best of 3. ETC Zeratul Uther for Garden of Terror. So they have burst with Zeratul, but I think they still need some sustained damage. A Tychus wouldn't be horrible here, especially into the triple front line of Artanis, Diva, Stitches. Granted, Suppression Pulse would be a good way to mitigate the Tychus damage. They're going to go Malthael instead. They'll take the Jaina on the side of Storm League Enjoyers. And what do we have to round out the draft on the left-hand side? So the assumption was that it was going to be a Jaina. Maybe they go Mephisto? Maybe you go into a Mephisto. His burst damage is pretty good. Lindy with the 69th. What's up? Follows are free. Follows are free. Let's see. Okay, they're gonna go Raynor. Alright, his burst is okay. Siege is pretty good. I feel like this is going to be a Banshee game and not a Hyperion game, though. I feel like they need the Banshee. Also, Duskwing level 20 upgrade, if I'm not mistaken, is up to 30 armor reduction. We did see it earlier today, so Duskwing could be the pickup at level 20. Garden of Terror typically goes pretty long. Alright. Alright. Let's go ahead and load on into map number 2 in this best of 3 series. I'll get you a prediction written up, and we'll start that prediction once we get past the first engagement. Thank you all once again for joining in from the raid of Kalador. Thank you all for the follows. I very much appreciate it. As a reminder, it costs you $0 to follow the Twitch channel, and we do stream, as I said, 6 days a week. We average around 6 hours per stream. Left-hand side of the map, we got Saboteurs with a Tyrande, Raynor, Artanis, Stitches, and D.Va. Over on the right, we have an AFK Jaina for the side of Storm League Enjoyers. They'll also grab themselves. They'll have themselves a Malthael, ETC, Uther, and rounding out the draft with a Zeratul. All right, let's get into mid lane. Let's get our vision set up. This is the most important thing of the game right here. Most important thing of the game right here, right now. No hit with the Sentinel. Storm League Enjoyers should take map number 2. That's just a fact of life. Reactive parry on the Artanis level 1. We'll have D.Va with full metal, Patrick Creation, Ace in the Hole, Ranger on the Tyrande, Wave of Light Uther, Malthael with Fear the Reaper. We've also got the Greater Cleave on Zeratul, Proc Rock ETC. Okay, all right, we're going in deep trying to chase down the Jaina early on, and it does not look like they'll be able to get the kill. It's actually going to be Stitches the one to go down, I do believe. 2 minutes on that. Prediction's up and available for all of you. Stitches, Death Knight! Showing off the mastery on Stitches before he goes down. First blood to the side of Storm League Enjoyers. Lindy, I don't think it went off. I'll try and resend your, try and give you back your points after the game's over. Anyways, Gamble's up and available if you'd like to predict on who you think's going to win. If you'd like to get some channel points for prediction, I do believe following the channel gets you a chunk of channel points if you want to just chuck them into a gamble here. Anyways, Zeratul to the bottom lane, up against Hazuab's D.Va. Camps grabbed around the map right now. Raynor working on the Bruiser camp on the bottom left of the mini-map. We've got top right worked on by the side of Storm League Enjoyers. Gonna bet your 10 points? You better! Hazuabs and Rutso finish out the camp on the bottom left. As I had mentioned, the top right was being worked on. Dino Yasu will get a Siege Giant camp as well. We have a D.Va working on bottom lane to push up this wave into the fort front gate. Raynor going to make quick work of mid. Sentinel not connecting, and it does show the Jaina rotating down to bottom lane. I do think they got that vision. Hold on, I'm sorry, where's my vision? Oh, I was clicking on D.Va, that's why. There we go. So I was trying to show vision really quickly from that Sentinel, but it was a little too late. Dino manages the top lane. We got level 4s coming through on both sides. Gonna see Frost Shards on this Jaina. Frostbolt now pierces through the first 2 targets. And there's vision once again, noting that they're on that camp. So Hazuab's Yasu can finish this Siege Giant camp out without any sort of concern. All right.
I would so hate for you to not be the first.
First seed up and available, favoring the positioning of Storm League Enjoyers. Looks like they're going to get this uncontested. Tyrande, Sentinel, Ranger level 1 gives piercing. So that will delay out one. Stitches may be looking for a hook. D.Va boosts in. She does get the delay. Hazuabs has Mecha Explosion available if he needs it. Hook is shy! Hook is shy, but the slam is in time. Okay, so they will not be able to get the hook onto Uther. Death Knight just running straight at Uther's face like, alright. Do you want to stun me or get the channel? Zeratul, Artanis up in top lane having a... Was it Legacy of the Void moment when they fight each other? Stitches goes down once again. Storm League Enjoyers with 2 kills. Both of them into Stitches. And Itrax will delay out. Gonna reposition so that Raynor maybe can't get a delay. But Tyrande will get 1. Meanwhile, still Dino top lane. Zeratul coming up here as well. Does have that Rending Cleave. With 7 talent here, slightly faster to Saboteurs. And we'll see Storm League Enjoyers roll into that as well. Size of hook matters. Length too. Size and length. Oh, nicely done, Zeratul. We'll be able to jump back onto Artanis and find the kill. Meanwhile, bottom lane, a trade to be had as Jaina will fall to Hazuabs. Uther will completely hearth out for full mana, mostly. No delay onto the hearth out from our Malthael in the top lane from that Sentinel. 10 Talontier is about to roll through for both these teams. Just going to quickly note that Wave of Light at 34 stacks. 10 on the Proc Rock ETC. About 3,000 for Jaina's improved Ice Block. And 13 Fingers of Frost stacks for the Jaina. I'm going to go ahead and cycle through those other numbers as we always do at this point in the game. If you're curious what the damage, healing, and experience looks like in the early game between these two sides, it will be popping up at the bottom of your screen while we have Malthael grab a camp on the right-hand side. And I do believe Saboteurs get this for free. Let's see, Death Knight and friends know that this camp's being worked on, but there's no invade. Retso working on the camp on the left-hand side with the help of Tyrande. Artanis gets the channel on the objective. Zeratul still in the top lane, soaking up and trying to keep that experience slightly ahead of the enemy, but even with 3-1 in kills, you can actually see it's about a 900 experience difference, but it still is very, very close. Where's that being made up in? Structure damage makes up a little bit. Minions a touch. And the passive is dead even. So yeah, it's a very, very close game between both these sides as 10 Talontier is about to be coming through. Our Zeratul is able to back away. Raynor consistently applying some poke damage onto this wave. Malthael got a mark onto him, but no dive in further. Did they ever fix Frost Shards? I don't know what the issue was before. Drone, thank you for the tier 1 for 4 months. Sorry I missed that. We'll resend your alert when we get out of game. Stun into ETC. Itrax trying to back away. Huntress Mark was applied. Artanis got the Twin Blades, but no kill. No Sentinel kill either. 1 out of 3 seeds for both teams. Hazuab starts working on the Skeletal Defenders, or excuse me, the Sappers here. Yasuo helping out. Let's see, we got a Shadowstalk. There's a Rainer's Raider, so the Duskwing probably at level 20, as I mentioned, that's pretty strong. Shadowstalk activated to help Dino out here. He will use Suppression Pulse. It's a Gorge Stitches. He's going to land the hook into Itrax, but ETC gets the Divine Shield from Uther. Bunny Hop, by the way, for D.Va. We already mentioned the Divine Shield. Last rights on Malthael. A Ring of Frost and VP combo from the Jaina Zeratul, and ETC will have a Mosh Pit. Zeratul jumping in, trying to get some cleave value. Unable to burst anyone down, but still threatening some health bars and just jumping in really quickly. Malthael for a camp on the top right. Siege Giants in the bottom right, and on the left-hand side, the same will be grabbed by Saboteurs. It hit 5 targets instead of 3. All it says is Frostbolt will now pierce the first 2 targets. So what, it pierced more than 2? Let's see what we got in the bottom lane. A hook will be sidestepped by a few Storm League enjoyers. Hazuab still has Mecha Explosion and Bunny Hop up and available if they want to really pressure this bottom lane. ETC drops a Mosh. That'll be Hazuab's activating the Mecha Explosion. Tries to go for a big shot. Gorge onto Zeratul, as we do have an assist ping right after that. The slam on the ground, and unfortunately Zeratul is not able to blink far enough away. D.Va gets the kill with the Bunny Hop. Uther lands a stun back into the face of Hazuab's. Itrax, he's trying to back away. Ring of Frost down from the Jaina, catches the toe of Stitches as the Shadowstalk is activated once again by Yasuo. Wave of Light for Uther finished out during this team fight. ETC power slides in, looking at Death Knight, face melt against the wall, but that is not going to be a setup for a kill, as the bottom lane fort has unscratched during all of this, but here comes the actual siege from Raynor. Rutso gets a shot or two. That's a great hook, and the follow-up Lunar Flare. Alvarez is trying to back away. Hazuabs doesn't want to give that half a kill over to the enemy with that D.Va mech loss. No kill into Jaina, but she will hearth out. Half a kill as Hazuabs loses the mech. Gets a big shot out to get some cooldown reduction on the mech. It's the mech as well. Unfortunately, I was a little late there. Malthael gets the last rights into that Artanis, and that'll be 2 out of 3 seeds to both teams. Next seed is Garden Terror to one of these sides. Does Divine Shield go long enough to cap the objective? I don't think it is. It's only 3 seconds, and I think the channel time is longer than that. Zeratul is completely invisible here, by the way.
Heroes.
Complete invisibility since he's standing still.
Point could use our defense.
Now he has a shimmer because he moved up against Death Knight. Singularity Spike applied. Zeratul jumps in once again. Diva's going to take a handful of damage on the mech, and the Rending Cleave will not have enough damage over time. The heal from Yasu's on time. Itrax, with his level 13, creates enough space, but here's Rutso. The ETC drops the Vosh, and Raynor still finds the kill. Nice attempt, but unfortunately, ETC does not make it out alive, and that does open up the opportunity for Hazuabs to start working on this third seed for his allies. Does have the pilot mode, or the good to go, level 13 for Diva, so you get the torpedo dash and concussive pulse. Also, oh no, sorry. I was reading the pilot mode as if it was saying passive. I glanced at the P and I was like, ah yes, passive increase as well. Must note that for everyone. Blade dash, swap attempt from Dino's Artanis. Won't land anything. The overgrowth plant in top lane with the Siege Giants will confirm a fort. Mid lane really bursted down, or excuse me, mid lane Garden Terror cleared out fairly quickly. Bottom lane fort does go down. Diva pushing things up. ETC Proc Rock level 1 is done just now, 10.5 minutes in. Good sustained damage in the top lane. The Garden Terror is still very healthy. The Garden Terror loses HP when it auto-attacks, so the less autoing it has to do, the better it is for your team because it spawns those overgrowth plants. And that allows you all to step in further. ETC with the Encore level 13 gets 6 seconds off of his heroic per face melt hit. And that boombox, or that little speaker, also counts. So you hit someone with a face melt and the little boombox, or the little speaker, excuse me, that's 12 seconds off of your heroic. Okay. Raynor's holding 16. Nope. No, he's not. Gonna go paint them red. Hook from Stitches does have the increased range since level 13 was achieved. 40% range increase. That is a camp invade from the side of Saboteurs. A Gorge Malthael. He's got Last Right. Shadowstalk from the Tyrande activated. Self-cleanse from Malthael, or that might have been Uther. Either way, Divine Shield is applied to him. ETC will go down. The left-hand side, Zeratul drops a VP. He's itty-bitty because of Tyranda's level 13 Harsh Moonlight, and they get the triple kill on the side of Saboteurs. Uther Ghost is going to expire. That is Jaina going down. A full
Team kill.
And Saboteurs with this domination. I'm going to hook a minion. I think they might have been trying to ally hook this wave or something like that. Not 100% sure. But anyways, Dustwing takes some tower shots. 30 seconds, 20 to 30 seconds or so for these Storm League enjoyers. And I do believe this is Saboteurs moving into the upper bracket finals. ETC's back, but he's got to make a massive defense. Immediately stunned by Tyrande. The core is below 50%. ETC doesn't have a mosh pit for 40 seconds here. 33 actually, as he gets a nice cooldown from his level 13. But as I mentioned, Hazuabs and friends are on core, and this is going to be map number 2 to the members of Saboteurs. They take this in a 2-0 and move on, as I mentioned, to the upper bracket finals.
You know this, then why do you serve him? Because he paid me a freaking fortune, you moron. You got paid?
Meta madness.
Meta madness. Thank you, Drone, once again for the tier 1 for 4 months. I appreciate that greatly. That pushes us into our double movie night for January. Which team wins the map? It was Saboteurs. Now the question is, are we going straight into the grand finals, or do we have the other upper bracket finals to jump into? Can we jump into the other one? Because we're here to cast all the games. Bahamut Gaming, you promised a Storm League Enjoyers win after Toronto missed her first owl, though. I did. But you know what else? I lied.